What's up, everybody? Trinity here. Welcome back to the Second Street Marvel, where today we are going to be talking about some of the rumors regarding the Marvel Cinematic Universe. You know, there's a whole lot of things coming out of San Diego Comic-Con that's kind of got some people excited and everybody kind of starting to speculate on what the future of the MCU could hold. And today we have got, well, like it happened a couple days ago, but we've got some more casting rumors coming out of the MCU. Maybe somebody returning. Giancarlo Esposito. Is he going to be Professor X or Magneto? I'm not for sure, but his name is Giancarlo Esposito, and that rhymes with Magneto. So why not? Also, Jon Bernthal returning as the Punisher? That's a question mark on there. Punisher? That's how you say that. But thank you all so much for being here today. We will get into some of that. Before we get into that, I do want to make sure that if you're not already and you like what you're seeing here on the channel, please make sure you subscribe, click the little bell and all that good stuff. Give this video a thumbs up. They say it helps in the algorithm, but does it really? I don't know. It's worth a try. Hit the thumbs up. Share the video out with your friends. Tell them to come hang out with us here on the Second Street Marvel, where as soon as we hit 2,000 subscribers, I will be giving away these copies of Radio Apocalypse issue number 1. This is the Horizon Comics and Collectibles shop exclusive, the first ever shop exclusive. I will be giving copies of this away, done by artist Brian Lopez. To get entered into that giveaway, all you got to do is go back to any of my comic book reviews, watch them, and leave some comments on any of the reviews from Radio Apocalypse issue number 1 when it released, all the way until we do the giveaway when we hit 2,000 subscribers. And all you got to do is go there, leave some comments in the comments section of those videos. Let me know what you think about the reviews. Let me know what you think about my terrible opinions of these comic books. Now, to make things easy, I did put a little playlist here on the channel where you can go there and check out those comic book reviews and leave some comments on those. I made it easy for you. But also, if you do like what you're seeing here and want to consider becoming one of the Myrtle Maniacs, one of our channel members, supporting our channel with your hard-earned dollars, I use that money to go out there and obviously support my comic book habit, as well as crowdfund comic books. I also give some of those comic books that we go out there and crowdfund away. Currently, we are doing a giveaway for this right here. This is Hell Witch versus Lady Death. Wargasm. This is the climax of what was known as Deathocalypse, this event taking place in the Coffin Comics universe. This is chapter 4 of the Hell Witch story, which Hell Witch was the very first book that I actually went and backed, and I believe that was on issue number 3 that they did of Hell Witch that I went and did that. But we're going to be giving this away. This is the premiere edition right here, signed by Brian Pulido himself. See if you can see that name right there. You can see it signed up there in the little corner. And look at that beautiful cover by artist Diego Bernard. Very good stuff. The artist who does the interiors on this series as well. But that's all I've really got. You know what? I've also got something else we're probably going to be giving away here very soon as well. In case you guys don't know, I recently picked up this right here, this Avengers Forever at Earth 2 Comics down in Sherman Oaks here not too long ago. And I went and I bought this there. They had this is the hardcover edition. They had this there. I seen this setting there and I had to pick this up because I was like, man, like, why wouldn't I pick this up? Avengers Forever, just judging by everything that is in the description of this book here on the back, I decided to pick this up. Do you want to know what it is? Do you want to know what it is? It is, through the years, the Avengers have always found a way to reach victory, no matter the odds, no matter the sacrifice. But now Earth's mightiest heroes face a different kind of menace. A menace so great it has made allies out of sworn enemies. The seemingly unconquerable enemy is the future. 7 time-lost Avengers plucked from the past, present, and future must protect their longtime ally Rick Jones from death at the hands of Immortus, the master of time. To find out why Rick has been targeted for elimination, the Avengers must join forces with Kang the Conqueror, one of the team's deadliest, most implacable foes, in a cosmic battle that stretches from the Old West to the end of time. And as they do so, they discover they're fighting not just for one life, but for the very destiny of mankind against a greater foe than they could possibly imagine. Collecting Avengers Forever 1 through 12, written by Kirk Busiek and Roger Stern, and illustrated by Carlos Pacheco. Now, I don't know about you, but if you ask me, that sounds something very, very much like a book that they would probably be maybe building on, considering what we know about the multiverse saga and hearing words like Kang Dynasty and things like that. And I've seen other people out there who are saying that this book is probably some of what they are going to be sourcing some of the material from, as well as obviously other stories out there with Kang. Even like I think there was actually even a run called Kang Dynasty as well. But I will be giving away this cover right here. This is the soft cover version. This is the soft cover version of the exact same book that I actually picked up at Collector's Paradise in Winnetka. I picked this up. We will be giving this away. Probably after I do some reviews of this book. I'm gonna do some reading. I may do some read-alongs with some of our channel members, and then we will review these and do a giveaway for this book. And hey, I guess we've got time here because the movie don't come out for what, another couple years? So we've got a little bit of time. Maybe we'll get this done, hopefully soon after. Hell, maybe before we even hit 2,000 subscribers here on the channel. So let's go ahead and, before we get into all of the MCU rumor, the good stuff that everybody wants to talk about, let's talk about some new comic books that are coming out this week. First, starting off this week, we've got Aftershock Comics. We got There's Something Wrong with Patrick Todd, issue number 2, in which in issue number 1, we found out that there are people going out there and committing these crimes, and a lot of those people even committing suicide after they commit those crimes as well. And they're trying to track down exactly what's going on, as we seen that there is a criminal who went and robbed a bank and turned himself in. Eventually turned himself in and got caught. And we find out that he's actually being mind controlled by somebody who kind of has some what seems like would be some motivations of their own that might seem something that, hey, you would probably do this, right? But of course you wouldn't. Who justifies robbing places or even killing people for their own personal gain, even for the gain of a loved one, to save a loved one? I mean, if you ask me, that sounds like something that bad guys do. It's the difference between good guys and bad guys. What the bad guy is, the things that a bad guy is willing to do to meet their ends, the things they will justify to get there. So, I don't know. I thought issue number 1 was pretty good. Can't wait to see what issue number 2 has in store for us. Moving on, we've got Astronaut down issue number 3. This series has been kind of weird. It's kind of an eco horror taking place in the future, in which there is obviously an ecological disaster. People are living in these cities, and they've got these domes that have started to break down. And to try to fix this, they are sending some of their best minds that can be able to handle the trip back in time to find out exactly what went wrong and hopefully prevent these tragedies. I thought issue number 1 of Astronaut Down was very good. Now, the next one that we've actually got coming out this week on Aftershock Comics is Samurai Doggy. This is issue number 1. And this right here that I've got is the Aftershock Comics Ambassador exclusive. You can only find this cover at shops that have an ambassador, an Aftershock Comics ambassador, somebody much like myself who stops in to spread the good word of Aftershock Comics there. And if you are in the greater Southern California area, here in the greater Los Angeles area, you can find copies of this. You'll be able to find them at Bases Comics, Bases Cards and Comics, Horizon Comics and Collectibles, as well as Enjoy Games and Comics. We've also got Galaxy of Comics, Collector's Paradise. They've got 3 branches. You'll be able to pick these up at, as well as Earth 2 Comics down in Sherman Oaks, and even House of Secrets out in Burbank. And I guess if you're in the Newhall area in Santa Clarita, you could always check out our the great people at Brave New World Comics as well. A bunch of great shops where you'll be able to pick this up. Now, Samurai Doggy, I got a chance to read this a couple months ago. In case you guys don't know, I am an ambassador with Aftershock Comics, and I did get a chance to read this, and I thought this issue number 1 was pretty good, in which you see there is this dog who goes through some pretty tragic events as a pup and ends up becoming a samurai and vowing revenge on the people that killed his family. Some very good stuff here in Samurai Doggy issue number 1. And moving on after that, we've got AWA Upshot. They've got Absolution, issue number 2. Now, this book right here was a book, issue number 1. We get introduced to our character who is in there. She is, seems like an elite assassin going in to put a stop to some people who are trying to kill her and maybe gain some absolution. But this is all kind of being done in a way that engages people out there through social media, saying what she should vote and go for. It kind of reminds me of, say, like Running Man meets, what was that movie with James Franco's brother? Right? What was it called? Nerve? Where there was the social media thing and the people got on there and they had to vote for it. Kind of reminds me of that, where you got somebody kind of looking for this redemption and maybe looking to shorten their sentence in order to be free again. Absolution. I thought issue number 1 was pretty good. I can't wait to get here into issue number 2. If I'm not mistaken, this one was done by, no. You know what? I was thinking Peter Milligan, but Peter Milligan did Sacrament that came out last year. Or last week. I can't remember who wrote this one, but I thought the issue number 1 was pretty good. I can't wait to read issue number 2 of Absolution. The next one we've got coming out is on Dark Horse Comics, and this is the EC Comics reprints. This is The Haunt of Fear. This is volume 2, the EC Archives, man. I absolutely love all of the old EC Comics. Absolutely great stuff. If you haven't read any of the old EC comics, man, like, there's just storytelling not done this way. There's art not done this way as well anymore either these days. Like, these are stories, some of the greats that inspired some of the greatest writers and artists of the past generation. Probably not this generation. Maybe there were some people from this generation. I don't know. Absolutely great stuff coming out of The Haunt of Fear. And in case you don't know, a lot of these comics, you know, they did like Tales from the Crypt and Vault of Horror and things like that. And a lot of those books were actually adapted into the Tales from the Crypt show. They used to run on, that was on Showtime, wasn't it? Showtime? Tales from the Crypt, an absolutely great show I remember watching as a kid. And the thing is, like, what's so great about these books and these stories is there's not anything groundbreaking. All they seem to be is really just these, I guess you would say, horrific tales, talking about lust, vanity, greed, and different things like that, and the repercussions of such things, and the things that people will do for all of these different things. Again, Haunt of Fear, looking forward to reading this. I got through, I know I got through volume number 1. I'm so far behind on some of these EC Comics collections they've been doing, but they're absolutely great. So I've been picking them up as they have been coming out in these reprints from Dark Horse Comics, as well as the last one I've got this week that I can recall. We've got Opus from, this is Opus Publishing. This is Bill and Ted Roll the Dice, issue number 3. Now, I didn't get all the way through issue number 2 that came out last month, but this series has been, you know, what was it, a couple years ago? I think it was IDW? It may have been Dark Horse that was doing some of the Bill and Ted comics that were were somewhat of a prequel to the Bill and Ted movie that came out a couple of years ago. And like, for me, like, it didn't seem like the characters themselves seemed like Bill and Ted as much as the movies. And that's something that's really hard when you go into some of these kind of comics books that are based off of franchises like Army of Darkness they've done over at Dynamite Entertainment as well, that I just don't feel like the character themselves was like Ash. It didn't feel like Ash. And I felt that way through some of the Dark Horse stuff. I'm pretty sure it was Dark Horse. It might have been IDW that was doing the Bill and Ted's last year, where Bill and Ted Rolled the Dice, done by Opus. This one seems like it falls a little more in line. It feels a little more like Bill and Ted when reading these comic books. But I don't know. That's just if you ask me. Let me know down below if you've been reading these comic books, and I'll talk about the last one we've got here on Vault Comics. This is Mindset, issue number 2, and we've got a couple of different covers here, and I'm sure there's probably more. This book being written by Zach Kaplan. I really enjoyed the first series. It really kind of reminded me of some different stories out there. It somewhat reminded me of Department of Truth, but a little bit different than Department of Truth. Maybe how like the social media and things like that, and phones, and just kind of those kind of interactions, maybe in media conglomerates are sort of affecting the world and things like that, and changing the world, and maybe even you and your mindset. Altogether, I thought issue number 1 of Mindset was very good, and I cannot wait to get here into issue number 2 coming out this week. In case you guys don't know, Vault Comics is one of my favorite publishers out there. They were my gateway into indie comic books. But that's all I've got for the comic books that will be coming out this week. Let me know down in the comments below if there's any comic books that you will be picking up this week. Let's get here into the live chat and see all the beautiful people that we have here in the chats. All the beautiful people, the beautiful people, the beautiful people, beautiful people. Right? Right. Oh, sorry. We've got Jedi Jen in the chat, as well as Nikki. Ben Compton, thank you so much for being here. My man Jedi Mike in the building, as well as StarWarsMCU-OG. And Eric Heine, my man. You know what's funny, Eric? I was just thinking about you, man. I was just thinking about you yesterday. I'm not even kidding. I was thinking about you yesterday. I hope all is going well with you, my brother. Okay. Jedi Jen says, what's up? We got Nikki. Nikki says, they are going to give him Punisher Mickey ears and a Nerf gun. That's a paintball gun. That's a paintball gun, Nikki. I was thinking more of Goofy Hilk. Yeah. Yes. Good morning, consistency. Yes. Consistency is the key to anything. I got out for my morning ride yesterday, got out for another morning ride this morning, and to get done here after the stream, excuse me, and do some some strength training as well. Definitely some very good stuff. And make sure, if you're doing any of that stuff, during anything, even if you're not doing any physical activity, make sure that you stay hydrated and stay thirsty. I know you're thirsty for what I'm drinking out of. Yeah, grown man drinking out of a Captain Marvel cup. Ooh, I know. Where's all the brie? What should I say? Brie. Anyway, Hellwitch versus Lady Death is my bio before coffee. Fair enough. Yeah, Kang Wangulation sounds like Dynasty. Yes. Okay. Yes. Okay, so one of the first things I wanted to talk about was recently, I believe this was at C2E2 this weekend. Rosario Dawson was there talking. She was on a panel there talking to everybody, and she ends up bringing up that the Punisher, she will be returning as the Punisher. She basically played Night Nurse there in the Punisher series that was on Netflix, that we know they are taking and adapting some of those characters and bringing them, or I guess adopting and bringing them over into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Just from what we've seen so far, in case you don't know, we did see Matt Murdock, Daredevil, in Spider-Man No Way Home. He had a short cameo in that film, and from what we can tell from the She-Hulk Attorney at Law trailer, we will be seeing Daredevil in here as well. Charlie Cox returning. They did have this universe kind of set up over there on Netflix, in which all of these characters were coming in, and they even interacted in the Defenders. And In case you don't know, Rosario Dawson was there, like I said, basically playing. Her name was Claire, right? Claire. I can't remember her. I can't remember her last name, but she was basically night nurse and going in, helping the heroes that have problems, trying to help cure them, fix them, and get them out, being able to do their thing once again. And she was at C2E2 this weekend when she talked about her return to the Punisher returning to the MCU. Later, she withdrew these comments saying that she actually heard these rumors from a fan. And that's where she kind of where she heard these rumors, and she ended up kind of backtracking these. In case you don't know, many of us out there would probably speculate that, you know what, Kevin Feige probably jumped down her case and said, whoa, 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 Rosario. You can't be we haven't even did that. Who do you think you are, Patton Oswalt? We haven't even released this information yet, and you're giving this information out. So she backtracked by saying a fan told her the Punisher was going to be coming back. Well, I'm not sure what you think about it. Let me know down in the comments below. Do you believe Rosario Dawson? Did she really just hear this from a fan? And she's walking back these comments? Let me know down in the comments below, and I'll give you my thoughts, because I actually think that Rosario Dawson knows what's going on, just like Patton Oswalt, that she's part of these projects, and she probably will be coming back. And I'll be honest with you, I'm okay with Rosario Dawson coming into the MCU. But the thing is she heard this from a fan. Now, I think most of us know that what kind of actor would Rosario Dawson be, especially if she's in the MCU, going to be part of Marvel Studios. Who is she to believe what a fan is saying? Right? And why would she pass those rumors along in a big old speech at C2E2? Well, there's more drama coming out of C2E2 than I care to talk about. But the thing is I actually do think this is what happened. I think that she did have a fan. A fan of hers did tell her about the Punisher coming back into the MCU that probably has some good information. And I think that fan was Kevin Feige. Yes, I think Kevin Feige is obviously a fan of Rosario Dawson and some of the work that she's done. I mean, how could you not be? I think Kevin Feige is the fan that told her that she will be returning in the Punisher. For the Punisher as Night Nurse. Now, I'll tell you, I don't have any problems with this. I think Jon Bernthal did a pretty good job as Punisher in that series. I myself didn't like the series so much. Like, it had the whole Punisher kind of thing, but I still feel like there was a little bit of like the Punisher that was missing out of it. He seemed a little too emotional and a little too, dare I say, soy for me. But I guess that's one of the things we kind of do these days, right? We take these heroes and we deconstruct them and say, why is this person like that? Obviously, it's because Frank Castle has PTSD. He's hurting. He's hurting. Didn't you watch Moon Knight? He had the same thing. I don't know. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Are you ready for the Punisher to return into the MCU? What's he going to return in? Is he going to be in a movie? Will he be in the Daredevil? What is it called? Daredevil Rides Again? Reborn? Daredevil Reborn? Is it Reborn? Reborn Again. Born Again. Reborn Again? I don't know. I can't remember what the name of it was. All I know is they said it was going to be 18 episodes, and that for me is far too much. I'm really not into the whole TV formula of things, and they come out and say they're going to do a Daredevil show at 18 episodes. I mean, unless they make each one of those episodes 10, 15 minutes long, like, man, you're really starting to lose me here. I'm fine with the 6 episodes that they've been doing with all of these series. Yeah, I guess they did WandaVision at 9. I'm okay with the 6 issue, or with the 6 episode series. I would say, however, if they're going to stick to 6 episodes, which I think they should, I would say perhaps think about taking all the fluff out of there, taking the things in those shows that we don't need to see, and bring us a little bit more of what we do need to see out of these characters. Although I will say that I do think that a lot of these shows are really just kind of expanding the universe outward, not upward. where I think more of the movies, the films that are going to be in the Marvel Cinematic Universe and have been, are expanding us upwards as well as outwards. But I feel like the shows are something that a lot of us have kind of looked a little too far into and expect a little bit more out of, because we're expecting it to expand the world upwards, not just outwards, where I think it's been more outwards as opposed to upwards. And that's just me. If you ask me, my expectations have been tempered, have been a lot lower than when they first came out, because I do think we were all looking towards these shows and thinking that they would match exactly what we get out of the Marvel Cinematic Universe in film, which is honestly kind of the right thing to think, if you ask me, because we do know that, like, if you ask me, it's because they set that expectation there by saying that these are part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and what we've got out of the Marvel Cinematic Universe out of the first 3 phases, I would say they set that expectation there. If I'm supposed to expect this to be in the MCU, I expect it to be the same quality. And I think they're slowly getting there as far as the quality and the content itself. For the most part, there's just some of the stuff in the stories and in the writing. Even when we talk about one of my favorite shows, which I think is probably the best Disney Plus show they did, which was Ms. Marvel. Not my favorite, but I think it's the best one. I think they hit a good stride of feeling cinematic and telling some good story, but they did toss some fluff in there, as well as they obviously changed her power set, but it looks like something that was more cinematic, something I would expect more to see on the big screen out of them. The same thing I kind of felt in Moon Knight as well. It felt more cinematic. I have my nitpicks about a lot of these shows, but they definitely felt a little more cinematic in that sense, something I would expect to see on the big screen. Same with Hawkeye. Whereas, you get into things like Falcon and Winter Soldier, Loki, and even WandaVision, they seemed a lot smaller and didn't seem like they kind of met that same cinematic tone that I expect out of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And, obviously the pandemic affected some of that, but I don't know. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Do you think Punisher's going to show up in his own solo series? Will it be in Daredevil? And what are you expecting out of it? Is he gonna become the hardcore Punisher that we know from the comic books? I think that would be the appropriate thing to do. But maybe they're gonna do like Nikki said. Maybe they're gonna have him wear some Daisy Dukes and run around with a Nerf gun. Let me know all your thoughts down in the comments below. And let's see what you guys are saying. Yeah. The beautiful people. Yeah. 70% of the earth is water, and so are you. Absolutely. Yes. Yeah, Star Wars MCU-OG got it. Star Wars MCU-OG got it. He says the fan was probably a studio exec. Exactly. That's exactly the fan I was thinking of too. I say, like, there's got to be Kevin Feige. Kevin Feige's got to be the fan, right? Kevin Feige's got to be the fan that told her this shit. He's got to be. Oh man. Okay, let me do this. Oh, there we go. Maybe that's a little bit better. Tap dancing better than Gene Kelly, right? Yes, she was definitely trying to get around all those questions coming out of the weekend. Yeah, heard it from a fan who heard it from a fan who heard it from another Punisher. From another Punisher was back. Yes, yeah. Ahsoka singing in the rain. Yeah. I always have. Oh man. Oh man, look at you. I always have music. You guys are going crazy. Yeah. Yes. And speaking of which, yeah, where is Mike Porter? So oh man, you guys, no, look, I can't do the singing. I can't. We'll get one of those copyright claim. Get a copyright claim. Gray, thank you so much for being here. I hope you are doing very well, Gray. I hope all is going well. We got Landon TLB in the building. How are you doing? How are you doing today? So, yeah, like I said, that's really all I got with the Netflix Punisher stuff. I think the next thing we've got here is what's very interesting as well. As we know, Giancarlo Esposito was at where was he at? Where he was doing was that at Comic-Con where he's doing his little speeches and everything, and he's doing all this talking. And I seen Josh over at the Den of Nerds talking about this yesterday, about some of the speech that he gave there, and thinking and talking about Giancarlo Esposito and his career. And even there's been talks that that he wants to become part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And wow, what a surprise! An actor in Hollywood wants to act in a Marvel Studios production. Who would have thought, right? Wow. I'd have never guessed. I'd have never guessed that an actor wants to be part of this universe, part of a studio that has been continuously pumping out content. Ooh, and yes, I said it. Content over the past couple years, while a lot of people have been slowing down. It's no surprise, though. Giancarlo Esposito, if you ask me, I think is a very good actor. A lot of the things he does is absolutely great. I haven't seen a whole lot of his work, but the things I've seen him in, he is very, very good at what he does. And no, I'm not saying he should be Wolverine, though it would work, wouldn't it? Yeah. Anyway, there's been plenty of rumors going around that he may come in and be Magneto, the leader of the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. But there's been much speculation that he could be Professor X as well. And when you get into some of the things like Josh was talking about yesterday, going through this video, these speeches he was giving, you take a look at his career. And it does seem like him coming in to be Magneto would be a very, a fit for what he's done with his career. Very much so, kind of playing this sinister guy. But if you look at it, I think that would actually work, because Magneto himself, while he is a villain for the most part, he's not always a villain. It just happens to be some of the things that, I guess, like I was talking about earlier, what separates good guys from bad guys. Some of the things that he is willing to justify to meet his ends. And he's definitely somebody who is willing to do a lot of bad things in order to meet his ends that he wants to meet, which would be in the end, where he's at, that we know of Magneto, would be to dominate over Homo sapiens, because they are the superiors, Homo superior in the X-Men, the mutants. And that does seem like it would be very good. There's also been rumors that he'd come in and play Dr. Doom. Now, feel how you want to about it. Look, I completely understand. You talk about Giancarlo Esposito coming in to be Professor X, or talking to be Magneto, or to be Dr. Doom. We are talking about race swapping, right? And look, feel how you want to about it. We already know they've done plenty of this in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. They're not going to stop now. So, feel how you want. If you don't like it, that's okay. You don't have to watch it. That's okay. I'm just saying you don't have to. You can still watch it. You can criticize it. You can hate it. You can do all those things. I don't really care. I'm not one of those people that gets all upset because people don't like something, or because they do, or have to make fun of them, or anything. I don't care. I don't care. I have my own opinions. You have your own. I greatly appreciate the fact that we don't all agree on these things all the time. But I will say that would be a pretty good fit coming in to play one of these villains. But the conversation Josh was having yesterday kind of revolved around him coming in to play Professor X, which I think is another absolutely great casting choice in the characterization itself. Maybe not the race swapping and all that stuff. Like I said, feel how you want to about it. But getting into it, I could definitely see Giancarlo Esposito coming in to do that, to be Professor X, this leader of the mutants, the faction known as the X-Men, running the Xavier School for Gifted Mutants, for gifted, you know what I'm saying. I think that would be a good fit as well, in just kind of who he is, because he is a powerful actor, and I think he could do that. Plus, in case you don't know, Charles Xavier isn't exactly the best good guy either. This guy in the comic books has been pretty sinister and done some pretty sinister and pretty bad things himself. He's not exactly the innocent person that you would think he is. But that's just kind of like everybody, right? We've all done bad things before. We're not all innocent. And the same thing certainly applies to Professor Xavier. And I do see where Professor Xavier would actually be a pretty good fit for this actor. Again, feel how you want about the race changing or anything like that. Believe me, I get it. I totally get it. I'm totally one of those, respect the source material people out there. I get it. But we know one thing. We know one thing is that Marvel Studios and what they've done at the MCU is they're not caring about that as much as they probably should in respecting the source material and honoring these characters. Now, I will say one of the things that a lot of people talk about when they're talking about Professor X and Magneto and the X-Men just coming into the MCU altogether, people talking things about how, they've got to obviously change Professor X and Magneto. These guys were part of the Holocaust. You put them in this movie, they're going to be what? In their 90s? First of all, I'd like to tell you they'd probably be more like in their hundreds, but all good. All good. We'll let it slide. And people talking about, of course, they got to update it because basically if they bring Xavier and Magneto into the MCU currently, and we know they're in like 2025 or whatever, then they're going to be old, decrepit men, and that might actually work. They could actually bring back Patrick Stewart as well. These guys will be too old. They need to change them. They need to change their race and their backgrounds and everything like that. But while I completely get the argument, and it does kind of defeat the purpose, right? That everybody out there seems to think that Professor X and Charles Xavier, I guess, and Eric Lencher were based off of Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, which is false. That's not even true. I've seen somebody talking about this yesterday on a post Chillmonger put up, talking about how these characters were based off of these historical characters, and in fact, that's not true at all. Stan Lee himself has come out and even said that they're not based on MLK or Malcolm X, neither one of them. And if you really look at the kind of the ideologies of both of these, I guess you would say leaders in the black community, historic leaders in the black community, like they're not really like Malcolm X and MLK at all. they're not. All right, but hey, I get it if you feel that way. The stories themselves, the X-Men, they are certainly good allegories. They certainly parallel some of these things, racial prejudice and injustice and things like that. They certainly kind of embody a lot of the things that have happened throughout our human history. Sure, absolutely. Now, however, on the subject of saying these guys are too old, them being Holocaust survivors would be ridiculous because they'd be old men. Well, I've also got to say, if you take a look at the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and even just at the comic books in general, and everything that's been happening in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, I have to say that your argument doesn't hold water. Doesn't hold water. For one, look at Steve Rogers. Look at Bucky Barnes. Look at these characters and where they were in the MCU. Gee, those 100-year-old men sure looked pretty young, if you ask me. Now, I know what you're thinking. Well, Cap was frozen in ice, and Bucky Barnes, he was in the little cryogenic chambers as well. Yeah, sure. Did the X-Men get caught in ice as well? No, not at all. It's not hard to imagine that maybe they got time displaced. Maybe they're in the same place that the Fantastic Four are. They've been around this whole time, right? It's not that hard to imagine that you're bringing in some Holocaust survivors to be Professor X, to be Eric Lencher Magneto. It's not hard to imagine that they could still be young guys. Plus, hey, they're mutants. They probably age a lot better than us humans, Homo sapiens. We age way worse than Homo superior. But I could be wrong. Right? I could absolutely be wrong. Maybe their X gene doesn't allow them to look good for years. Maybe it's impossible for them to be time displaced somewhere in the time stream. Maybe it's impossible for Kang, maybe at some point, to have taken them out of their time and placed them in his time, in limbo. Would that be impossible? Is that impossible for the X-Men and mutants to be stuck in limbo? You know what limbo is, right? It's where Immortus rules, where things never change. Time doesn't change. How hard would it be to imagine that you still have Professor X, Magneto, Holocaust survivors that could still be men in their 30s, leading the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, leading the X-Men, training the mutants, going out into the world and finding other mutants to bring into their circle. I don't think it's that far-fetched. You don't have to get old guys. They can still be Holocaust survivors. All of that stuff can still happen. And if you think it's not possible, well, you haven't been paying attention. But again, that's just if you ask me. I certainly could be wrong. But regardless of anything, I think Giancarlo Esposito is a good actor. I think if they brought him in to do one of these roles, I think that could work. One thing Chillmonger's been talking about is if you do some stuff like that too. Pretty sure it was Chillmonger. Like we're talking about like he's talking about how much longer is the MCU going to be before they reboot anyway, before they recast a lot of these characters. It don't really matter. You can get somebody old like a Giancarlo Esposito to be Professor X or Magneto. Sure, fine. You can. How long are they going to do it for before they reboot? I don't know. But if you ask me altogether, I would still say why not get some people who are more younger, maybe in their 30s, maybe getting ready to head to their 40s, to come in and be these guys at a younger age so they can be in the MCU for the next 10 years and still look young enough and still get aged enough to be these characters. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think there's other good actors out there who could come in and be these roles and not have to race swap them, not have to gender swap them, not have to change the roots of who they were from the comic books, which was never based off of Malcolm X and MLK. But let me know what you think down in the comments below. Like I said, I think Giancarlo Esposito could be a great Professor X. I think he could be a great Magneto. He could be a great Doom. But does he need to be? I don't think so. Why not just let him be Immortus? Okay, let's get back into the chat here and see what everybody's saying. Okay, we've got Jedi Justice, bring it on. He's a fantastic actor. Yes, yeah, and that's the thing is he is Giancarlo Esposito, hands down, is a great actor. Just from what I've seen of his work. Yeah. Oh, Grace says Fassbender is my Magneto. Yeah, you know, like I like Fassbender too. I thought he was great at Magneto. I think honestly the films that they were doing there, I don't think they were the best, but him in that role was absolutely great. I think he was good for that role. Definitely Fassbender was good. Quentin Lee, thank you so much for being here as well. StarWarsMCU-OG says, I need that Eastern European accent for Doom. It's not like we are seeing his face all the time unless MCU Doom has no mask. Right. Well, that's like even what's his name that played Doom, that played him in the original Fantastic Four films that they did, those first two. Ah, man, what was his name? Julian. I want to say it was Julian something. Julian. Like, I actually thought he was like, dude, like he's a good casting. Like that's good. Was he the best? No, but I like that guy. That was a pretty good casting choice if you ask me. Just not the best movies. But yeah, I agree. Yeah, the accent. Esposito could be Nito. Yes. We got Aglax in the building. Says, no, no, don't feel how you want about casting. Director is a job. Director is a job if you want a say in an art project. Casting it takes hard work. Otherwise, mind your fucking business. Also, what's up, everybody? Thank you so much for being here, Aglax. And yeah, and that's one thing for sure is I will agree that I think Sarah Haley Finn, who's been doing she's been the casting director since the very start of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I think she's done a very good job with a lot of the characters that have been cast in the MCU. I can't say that there's a whole lot that I can think of that I would personally want to change. And I even said the other day, honestly, look, this is just me being honest. Like seeing characters portraying who the actor, what they're doing, and all these kinds of things. I honestly feel like Iman Vellani cast as Ms. Marvel is Miss Marvel. I honestly feel like she's probably the best casting we've had since Black Panther. Like, I don't know, man. Like, she embodies this character. She's fun. She's energetic. She makes me want to like her. She makes me want to like this character. And honestly, I haven't read a whole lot of the character in the comics, but from what I see just out of her performance and in that show, I think she absolutely nailed it and embodies this character so well that it actually makes me want to see more of this character. It actually makes me want to root for this character. And I know. Probably shouldn't. This character sucks, right? MCU. Oh, weird. Star Wars MCU says Gus Fring is one of my favorite characters. Oh yeah. That's from Breaking Bad, right? I never watched Breaking Bad. I've never watched it. My wife watched it. She liked it. She loved it. She binged watched a lot of that. Customers can have opinions. Absolutely, Nikki. Absolutely. Friendly says, yeah, at this point, I'm just going to watch whatever they say. Yeah, I'm going to watch it. I'm not going to watch it. I'm not going to like it all. I mean, take a look at Love and Thunder, right? And No Way Home. Whew, man, those movies. But yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'll end up watching a lot of it still. They just don't know how to come up with new characters. Right. Well, and every time they do come up with a new character, what they seem to do is, and I know Chillmonger's talked about this quite a bit as well, and it's something definitely true. I've kind of echoed those same sentiments. Is you got to do more than just putting a nobody writer on a comic book to introduce a new character, and you certainly have to do more than releasing a 5-issue miniseries introducing this character, because nobody cares. And you've certainly got to do more than a one-shot. Yeah. You've got to set them up for success. And putting a no-name writer, a no-name artist, no-name colorist on a comic book introducing a new character, it's just not gonna work. Yeah. They have their plans. Absolutely. Trash plans. Get the best actor for what they want to portray. Yeah, actually, and I believe that. Get the best actor, and honestly, I think that a lot of times the best actor, they can find people that match all of the things for these characters to find the best actor. Like they can find the best white or Jewish actor to come in and portray Eric Lenscher, to portray Charles Xavier. They can. They don't have to go after somebody like Giancarlo Esposito. They don't have to do the race swapping. There are people out there that can do these things. So, like I said, we could take those arguments and go back and forth with them all day long when it comes to those kinds of things. But yeah, definitely need some good actors to portray these parts. Garbage. Professor X does lots of questionable stuff later on. Not so much when I read X-Men during the Claremont run. Right. Yeah. He does. Yeah, he does a lot of questionable stuff. Well, that's like Hank McCoy. The Beast. Like that dude. Like Hank McCoy, dude. Like the Beast, man. That dude goes like. And I know there was like Dark Beast and all that shit. Like that dude is woo, right? Yeah. Nikki says, change all established characters and come up with 0 new ones. The new norm. Jason Strope, thank you so much for being here. I hope you're having a good day. Jedi Mike says, I'm guilty. Aglac says, by all means have opinions on art, but you don't see casting directors coming down to where you work and knocking the broom out of your hand. Actually, the thing is, like, they couldn't, Aglax. Maybe you don't know this, and maybe the people you don't work around aren't. But when I go do when I have a job and I go to do a job, I do my best. And when I say I just do my best, it's not that I do my best. It's that my best is looking at everybody around me and being better than they are. Looking for the shortcuts that they're not doing. Looking for all these things to do a better job. So, I mean, casting director could probably come and knock the broom out of my hand if they wanted to, but I guarantee you there'd be no reason for it because I'm going to have the fucking most shiniest, spotless floors that you can imagine. And if you don't believe me, back in the day when I ran my unloading crew, that's exactly what we did. Was we'd go into our back room in a place, in a stock room, that in a place that is covered with dust, that is constantly dirty, that is constantly having people shove their shit, their trash everywhere, all over the place. And my guys, my crew, we made that shit shiny. We cleaned it up. We took care of it. So yeah, casting director comes to my job and knocks the broom out of my hand. Well, they're just wrong. I'm sorry, Sarah Haley Finn. Nikki says, I wish they would. Oh, well, I thought that is true. FBI and CIA killed MK. Fact of the day. Just saying. There you go. Reefer Man Reviews in the building. What is up, Wayne? How are you doing? Let's see. The villains are megalomaniacs, like the U.S. There you go. There you go. Multiversal age formula serum. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Man, it just skipped on me. I need some of that, Mike. Yeah, right? Yeah, some multiversal age formula serum. Yes. Yeah. Professor X's wrinkle rid. Yeah. Yeah, he is a good actor. Yeah, absolutely. If the actors aren't at least 90 who portray Professor and Magneto, I riot in the streets. Right? Nick Wilson, thank you so much for being here. I hope you're having a very good day. Yeah. Eat the old people. Yeah. Canon Bean KRQ reference. That one I don't know. That one I don't know. I don't listen to the radio, but I do know K-Rock. And I do know the names Kevin and Bean. I just never really listened to them. But yes. What if Professor X looks for a new team of X-Men to rescue the OG team who came displaced in time instead of being trapped in Krakoa like the comics? And that's why they ain't been in the MCU. Yeah, absolutely. Nick Wilson says, high as fuck, can't see, but I can hear you. That's funny. Race and gender swapping is a substitute for plot and story now. Oh, well, that's what they seem to do. D.H. Mark Hamill CGI now plays all roles. Right. We're just going to have D.H. Mark Hamill and everything. That'd be great. Eric Hines says, we should have a community live stream for She-Hulk show on Disney+. We're going to do something like that. I've got more free time now. We will be bringing back my man Chillmonger to have some discussions as well. It's going to be a great time. Yeah, Julian McMahon. There you go. Julian McMahon was Doom. Yeah, absolutely. Hard work is a generous term for Hollywood directors. Right. Especially nowadays. Yeah. Let's see. She was perfectly cast. Oh man, I know I'm behind. Dang. Who was it? Let's see. Quentin Lee says Cat. Oh no, Cat. What? Her character is dope as fuck. Watch Breaking Bad. Watch Breaking Bad now. Yeah. Oh, there's Mike Porter in the building. He finally made it. What is up? Yeah, Ms. Marvel hyped. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, you're talking about Iman Vellani. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, she was. Absolutely. Let's see. Oh, but dang it. It jumped again on me. Mike Porter's in the building, my man. How are you doing? John B says, ugh, more woke nonsense. We don't need a Mexican Professor X. The wokeness never ends. I don't know. Is it, like I'm not sure exactly what his background is. I can't remember. I know I heard Josh talking about it. Like he's like French something something. Like he's a couple different things. He's a mutt. Like look. Let's face it. We're all mutts. Okay, we're all mutts. I can guarantee you, there's nobody out there. Nah, there's probably somebody out there. We've all had our bloodlines diluted. Thank you so much for being here, John B. If you had only one shot, because opportunity comes once in a lifetime. Yes, we saw a lot of questionable Professor X in Legion. I never watched Legion. Again, I don't watch TV shows, especially the ones that aren't really kind of connected. I just, yeah. Rhea is in the building. Thank you so much for being here. I hope all's going well with you. And yes, do what Rhea says and smash that like button. Thank you so much for being here, Rhea. Rhea is one of our newest Myrtle Maniacs, guys. You can follow the links down in the description of this video and go follow all of our channel members who have channels. There are some great ones like Rhea out there who does a lot of gaming streams, as well as some streams just getting together and talking about nerdy stuff. Go check out Rhea. Her link is down there in the description, as well as go check out Maverick Pilgrim, one of our newest content creators here on YouTube. He has been doing an absolutely fucking great job with some conversations that he's been having on his channel with a couple of his friends, and some of the content they've been doing is absolutely great. Make sure you go check out Maverick Pilgrim as well. But we've got other great channel members who have channels down in the comments section of this video as well. Make sure you go check all of them out. John B says, Black Wolverine is that. Oh, yeah, absolutely. You know what, John B? John B, come in here. Come in here really close. I want you to get really close for this one. I want you to get really close for this one because I've got a fan cast. I've got a fan cast for Wolverine. Maybe you haven't been here long enough to know. But if you ask me, come here. The Wolverine for the MCU, who they need to cast, is Leslie Jones. We need Leslie Jones Wolverine. Absolutely. Leslie Jones Wolverine. I'm just eating it all up right now. I mean, couldn't you see that? Hey, y'all! I got adamantium claws! I'm Wolverine! Anyway, yes. Let's see. Nerd Executive in the building. Good morning to you, sir. Guys, I was over on Nerd Executive's. You guys got to go check out Nerd Executive's channel, man. He's been doing some gaming streams and stuff like that. Absolutely great stuff. Ryan is, dude, he's fucking great. He's hilarious. He's entertaining. You know what? You know who he actually reminds me of? You know who Nerd Executive, who Ryan reminds me of? He reminds me of that son of a bitch Adam, man. You know that son of a bitch we all love so much that abandoned us all? Working behind the scenes nowadays. One of these days he's gonna come back. Adam, Fanjecture, if you're out there listening, we miss you. We love you. I miss you. I love you as well. And yes, I'm just as mad as everybody else out there that you canceled your morning streams and we no longer get to see you. You even canceled all your other streams. You're just no longer around. I get it. I know what you're doing. I know what you're working on. It's all good. I understand. That don't mean that you deprive us all of just some Fanjecture goodness, some Adam Douglas goodness. We need it. We want it. Bring us more. Come back. Come back. Come back. But go check out Nerd Executive's channel as well. Very good stuff. A guy like you can't help but like he's a great guy. Aglax says it's weird these rules people are demanding people making casting. They got to look like this, but everyday people come away from small town productions saying That kid did a great job as Captain Hook. Yeah. I finally woke up, says Mike Stan's show portable. I'm glad you got some rest. Glad you got some rest. Yes. Yes. Trinity should be Professor. Hey, I'm certainly bald. I could do it. But that would be a race swap. It'd be a race swap still. Oh, man. Can I be the lead in the school play? Sorry, the little actor, you're going to have to kiss my ass because there's only one way to do this. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. Trin plus Chillmonger equals She-Hulk review fun. Yeah. Giancarlo's from Denmark. Okay. Denmark. All right. Let's see. My bloodline is boysenberry syrup. His dad is Italian. His mom is from Alabama. Okay, yeah. I knew there was something like that. Yeah. Interesting mix there. Yeah. Great show last night. Yeah, I missed a few Trekkies. I missed it last night because I was watching Nerdzecutive. How dare you stream when Nerdzecutive is streaming, Quentin? You few Trekkies. You can't do it. We're gonna cancel you. Watch Legion now. Yeah, maybe one of these days. Why am I leaning towards the screen? Right? Emmanuel Lewis is Wolverine. Oh man. Oh man, that's funny. If I schedule a She-Hulk series review for everyone again, I remember to send you an invite for Pacific Standard Time. No, you did the last time. It was Pacific Standard Time last time. Don't let Chillmonger give you a hard time. You sent the right time. You sent the right time. I was busy and it slipped in my mind, and yeah, it's all good. Spot on, Jones right there. Yeah, absolutely. Leslie Jones. I have a Twitter. Come to my Twitter space tonight. I'll be talking about my hype for I Am Groot. Yes, we'll be there. Yeah, Adam getting dragged, but also being lifted up. It's a balance. Yes, it is. It is. We miss and love you, Adam, you son of a bitch. I Am Groot. Hyped. Yeah, all right. How about a black Cyclops? You know what? I don't think that's going to work. Because a lot of people don't like Cyclops anyway, and they'd probably just as soon have it be a white dude. I can't wait to see what Adam is working on in that lab of his. Yes, Adam's apples. Oh, I love that. Adam's apples. Yes. Aglax was there. Aglax remembers. He's like Pepperidge Farm. But yes, I can't wait to see what he's cooking up. As Leslie Jones, everything, everywhere, all at once. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely, Nerdzecutive. Absolutely. Dwight? Adam from Fanjecture is currently starring in the back of a milk carton because he's missing. Yes, we need him back. We need more Fanjecture back in our lives. Absolutely. Don't forget to bring your towel. What? Star Trek rules. Yeah, like I watched the movies when I was a kid. I'm just not. Yeah, I'm not a Trekkie. Like I'll watch some Star Trek, but I'm not a Trekkie. It's certainly not enough to watch all them shows and everything. Certainly not enough to watch. Like I said, you guys know me. I'm not really into the shows, man. If they made movies out of all that, I'd probably do it. Damn, I got canceled. Yeah, done. Don't ever. Yeah. I don't normally do Mondays. I have to check out the Trekkies. Yeah, definitely. Check it out. Yeah, Quentin's been doing some team ups, Quentin's been doing some great fucking content, man. Yeah. This Nerdzecutive fella talks Star Trek? No, well, I don't know. I don't think so. No, okay, yeah, I didn't think so. Yeah. Airspider 23, am I allowed to be here? Yes. This isn't C2E2. We're not going to let anybody jump in front of you in line. Yeah. A lot of peeps are mad at me. Oh no, why are they mad at you, Airspider? Who were you defending? Were you defending Jim Mint? Or were you defending and Black Flag and the comic girl or whatever? Or were you like whose side were you on there? Yeah, Adam's apples. Pause. Yeah, yeah. That's what we call. Because Adam was trying to start this thing where he called us the orchard, and we said no. We're Adam's apples. Yeah, Leslie Jones is Magneto. Absolutely, we've already talked about that. We thought you were late, but we talked about that. Forgot about I Am Groot and Rings of Power starting September 2. Yeah, and I'm not really on a Lord of the Rings thing at all. Like, I watched those movies when they came out, and that was way more than enough for me. It was enough. It was enough. They were good. They were good movies, but my want to watch them again is very low. My desire to. Inflation went up. Adam left. Just saying, right? Yes. Yeah. Strange New World is really worth the watch. Strange New Worlds. I've never heard of it. Best damn track. Oh, okay. The track. All right. What do you think about them changing Jean Grey into a man? Let's do it. We can get Cyclops and Jean Grey into a gay relationship. Absolutely. Let's do it. You know what? But what would be even better is if we got Leslie Jones to be Cyclops and we got Leslie Jones to be Marvel Girl. Absolutely. Leslie Jones the world, I say. C2E2 is exactly why people are mad at me. I was stomping Black Flag to his face. Oh, all right. Oh, okay. They're mad at you because you're talking trash to Black Flag. Fuck them guys, man. But like the C2E2 thing, that's very the C2E2 thing. Look, I get all sides here. I understand. I understand being the people in line, the people who wanted to get these exclusives. I understand that. Being upset that you get there, they fucking jack up the price and all that bullshit. I totally get that. What, dude, I understand. And I understand being upset at the people who were there buying 150, 200 copies of this fucking book. I understand. Dude, I completely get that. I also understand being the owner, the business owner, and maybe being stuck with a fuckload of comics after the show that you didn't sell. But I do think there's a solution to that. A very easy one, which would be to serve all the customers that are there in your line, and at the end of the day, you tell the people who are looking to flip, or the big influencers, tell them you guys can have all of the leftovers, and I will even sell them to you at X amount of dollars so you can go do your thing. Serve the people that are there and let the other people get the rest. But it's not too hard to do. But some of this shit that I heard, I watched that video of the guy from Black Flag. I'm like, dude, this is no, man. What do you like? And that's why I say, I understand. I get everybody's arguments. I understand all of it. That's why throughout the whole thing, I'm just sitting back laughing at everybody. I was watching Keep It Thorough yesterday when he was sitting there going in and kind of breaking down Gem Mint's video and everything, and Gem Mint was in there, and just everything going on, everybody I get it. I understand all the arguments. I understand from the collector's point of view, the collectors and buyers. I understand from the flippers. I understand from the business point of view, and ultimately, I don't really give a shit. Y'all some fucking weirdos, bro. It's not that important. You didn't get the book? Fuck that book. These guys wanted to sell them all to one person. Fuck those guys. I guess the one person I can't say is the people, the collectors and shit, wanting to just get a copy. I can't say fuck those guys. They just want to get a copy. There's nothing wrong with that. There's not again, I think the thing is this company should have served all their customers that were there at the con. And look, I'm not even saying that they had to put a limit, but I would say anybody wanting larger quantities over X amount has to wait until we've served everybody at the con. And then at the end of the day, come back, or the end of the week, whatever, leave your information. We'll charge you. We'll send these motherfuckers to you. You can come pick them up, whatever, at the end of the con. So everybody can be happy. Everybody can get their shit. And I still don't get stuck with stock. I get it. But as far as me, like, I don't really give a shit because I laugh at I'm not a collector in the sense that I'm going out looking for all these exclusives and all that bullshit. Like, I'm only a collector in the sense that I'm a reader and I basically collect the books that I read. And there are occasionally some exclusive covers and shit that I like to go out and get. Yeah, sure. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, that's kind of yeah, the C2E2 drama was crazy, man. Like, I'm watching everybody just going back and forth. It's just like, yeah, yeah. This is the shit I like to see, man. Motherfuckers getting upset. Motherfuckers getting upset. That shit was funny. Yeah. I'm the actual 5-star, but somehow others get the credit. Oh, okay. Oh, damn. Oh, man. John B, that shit was hilarious. Your delivery had me going. But don't say that too loud. Disney would seriously make it happen. A black female Wolverine would make them blow their... Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Leslie Jones? Dude, let's just do it. Maybe we could get Kate McKinnon to come in and be Cyclops. Kate McKinnon could be Cyclops. What's her name? McCarthy? Melissa McCarthy? She can be Marvel Girl. She can be Jean Grey. Why not? Oh, yes. That's funny. The fire started. Rippaverse? Yes. Did somebody mention it? Rippaverse? Yes. Coming soon. I know they've been getting all their stock in books coming in. They got, I think, last update I heard was that they got all the art prints in and they got those bagged and boarded. They're getting everything ready in their warehouse to make for expedited shipping, expedited fulfillment. Here is once they get all the stuff ready to go here over this next month. It's going to be a great rollout, and we will be giving copies of the Rippaverse away. We have copies of cover A and cover B that we will be giving away to one of our lucky channel members. In case you don't know, cover A and cover B are the covers that are limited in quantity, and you can't get them at this point. So yeah. And you're very welcome, Quentin Lee. Absolutely. Anytime, man. You've been doing some great work. I do it directly. I do it directly and don't make 4-hour videos with all the work everyone else does compiled. Right. Yeah. Let me say thank you for giving Black Flag a hard time. Lining people up and to give the collectible they lined up for away in front of them is like hidden camera show evil. Yeah. Like, that's pretty messed up, man. Like, it's pretty fun. And then did they raise the price of the last handful of copies? Like, oh, like, you know what? This is going to cost more now. It's going to cost more now because we sold everything to all these other famous guys. That's like I said, I understand, but like, you gotta find a balance, man. You gotta find a balance. Like, I know there's getting ready to be like, what is it, a Boston Comic Con or something coming up? Like, bro, no, I'm not even gonna make reference to that. People will think I'm terrible and I'll get canceled. But I sure hope things go smoothly in Boston. Yeah, make sure you show up for Mike Porter's Twitter space tonight. I know they're mad that that I know more than them, and they all want to guess and listen to their YouTube friends. Oh, all right. All right. I talked to Jason, which everyone goes, who? If you say that, I obviously know. I don't know who Jason is. I was trying to tell people what was happening, and these community members were just not getting it. All right. Yeah, C2E2 drama is wild. Yeah, it is, man. I'm telling you, I've been watching some of the videos, and you know, like Two Brothers Comics, man. Some of our channel members, you guys need to go check out their link down in the description as well. Dude, like Nick and Dustin, like these guys, I fucking love Nick and Dustin, man. They're fucking great, dude. Two Brothers Comics is awesome. Go subscribe to them. They're fucking great. Who do you think was? Who do you think was? Who do you think he was reading during that video? We are friends on Facebook. Who's friends on Facebook? I twisted for his explanation. Lost it on him when he told me not to have an opinion. Okay. I would humbly suggest you don't stream again until you read all of Tolkien's work, watch all of Star Trek, and then come tell everyone how wrong you were. Just a suggestion. Don't bite my head off. No, Aglax. No, I'll just bite your head off. WWE level drama, deep zeitgeist of the account. Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, it's crazy. Beyond the one book though. Yeah. Like I know there was like there's some other, like I was hearing some of that other stuff. Yeah, more to what me and Billy were talking about. They printed like 10K last year and keep selling at different times when it should have been destroyed. Right? Okay, yeah, I get you. How many other times have they done this? Now, that I don't know because I don't pay enough attention to that kind of stuff. But if I'm not mistaken, that was a reprint though. Anyway, wasn't it? The Ultimate Father, like that was a reprint. It's not even the original. This shit's a fucking reprint. Like, dude, a facsimile copy or a reprint or one of these fucking True Believers books. Look, bro, I'm not paying over cover price for that bullshit. I don't give a fuck who did the cover. It's a goddamn reprint of a fucking old book. I don't give a fuck who does the cover. I don't care if it's J. Scott Campbell. I don't care if it's Alex Ross. I don't care if it's even one of my favorite current artists, Skylar Patridge. I ain't paying over some shit like that. It's a fucking facsimile. It's a fucking... Come on. Y'all some fucking weirdos for buying that shit anyway. Get a grip, man. Shit. Oh, sorry. Oh yeah, but I'm not for sure though. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know enough about it. Yeah, overstock coupons work up. Yeah. Black Flag has no valid excuses. It's too much to type. He's doing it again at Boston. Oh yeah, for sure. Well, and that's what I'm like, man. What's gonna be happening in Boston, man? Like, careful. There might be another tea party. Maybe some tea bagging. I don't know. Oh man, yeah. The stuff Quentin Lee, the stuff going on coming out of sea. Go watch some of the videos, bro. There's it's crazy, dude. That's crazy. He says no negative comments. My first words were fucking loser. I'm friends with Black Flag's owner. Oh, okay. All right. Jokey X-Men, it would definitely be the end to comic book sweaties watching the MCU. As a show that enjoys watching MCU, we need more serious stuff after She-Hulk, Guardians, and Ant-Man. Yeah, definitely. We definitely need some more serious stuff after Love and Thunder. He's leaving comics, and Clayton Crane is his brother-in-law. The wife will take over the shop. Oh wow. I'm definitely using a glue stick to attach some plastic to my comic and reselling it as a new variant. Yeah, it was a reprint because people make Crane sign UF4 all the time. He has interiors on the OG. They had to give him his own because he's sick of signing BAF. Let's cover. Okay. Oh, Bagley's cover. Okay, all right. Signing Bagley. Okay, I gotcha. Okay, so he's like the Mark Bagley cover was the original. He did the interior art, and he's okay, gotcha. All right, yeah, a time where Trinity bit Aglax's head off like a praying mantis. Yeah, not just TV. I think they loaded up on the humor because the hammer is about to drop hard. Yeah, it could be. Like I said, for me, the Love and Thunder thing, it's just Thor. Thor is my only issue with Love and Thunder. Everything else in the movie works for me. Just like take the Thor out of the Love and Thunder and we're good. King about to F everything up backwards and forward. Yeah. Absolutely. Trinity is the only smart one. Yeah. Like I said, the whole C2E2, I understand I understand all the different views. I mean, the business, the balance there, making their money and not wanting to get caught with extra shit and I get it. But again, I mean, is that not what flippers and everything do? Like you see the speculators and all that stuff do, they do that every day. There's people who go around to local comic book shops all over their area fucking grabbing stacks of books like that. So it's nothing new. It's just the fact that somebody is outright doing it and not giving a shit. I think that's I think that's the bigger thing, because I think there's a lot of comic book shops out there who are are more than willing to let, like, oh, you want to buy all these books? Go right ahead. But I also think there's enough comic book shops out there that says, you know what? We're limiting these to only 1 per customer or 2 per customer. I think it really just kind of depends on the shops, like practices, man. Like, there's good and bad for all of that shit. So yeah, caught up. Yeah. I swear that was explaining rocket science to everyone else. Yeah. No, yeah, that makes it. Yeah, no, I get that. I get all that. But anyway, guys, that's all I've got for today's video. I don't really have much else to talk about here. I do have some other. I've got some videos that I want to get done as well, talking about some of the other things coming out of San Diego Comic-Con with the upcoming MCU announcements and things like that. Also, got some comic book reviews. I kind of just been rethinking how I want to do my comic book reviews. I think I might start doing shorts because everybody, we got to do shorts now. We got to do shorts on YouTube. But anyway, guys, make sure that if you're not already, make sure you subscribe, click the little bell and all that good stuff. Make sure you share the video out with your friends. Tell them to come here, hang out with us, where we like to talk about comic books, movies, and even more, where I share my opinions. Tell them to come hang out with us and share their opinions. And tell them to subscribe, because as soon as we hit 2,000 subscribers, we will be giving away these copies of Radio Apocalypse, issue number 1 from artist Brian Lopez. This is the Horizon Comics and Collectibles shop exclusive, their first ever exclusive. I think it's a very good book. You should definitely make sure that you check it out. But also very soon, I will be giving away this copy of Avengers Forever. As well, which they're pulling from this anyway, because a couple years ago they actually released those True Believers magazines, the dollar reprints. They released this book back then. So this stuff's coming, folks. This stuff's coming. But thank you all so much for being here today. If you're not already, please make sure you subscribe. Click the little bell and all that good stuff. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Give it a thumbs down if you don't. It's okay. You're not going to hurt my feelings. But also make sure you share it out with your friends and invite them to come hang out with us here. And if you do like what we're doing here on this channel and want to support the channel with your hard-earned dollars, make sure you consider becoming one of our channel members. Become one of the Myrtle Maniacs. You can find all of our channel members down in the description of this video, as well as the links if they have a YouTube channel. Make sure you go and check them out. You all have a very good day, and we'll see you in the next video or live stream. Later.